God has been showing me great distress coming to Rion and Weped high-end electric scooter companies for quite some time. Today, God told me that Rion Company has been bought by the criminal agencies in the US because all of the Rion Thrust hyper scooters they sold had battery problems because they were supplied with 17 amp fast charger. Customers that use these chargers blew up all of their battery packs, which are Molicel P42A 21700 battery cells in their scooters. The battery spec sheet says nominal charging is 4.2 amp at 4.2 volt with maximum charging at 8.4 amp at 4.2 volt charging. God told me that feeding 17 amp is way too much for these batteries to take. It won't overheat, but the materials inside the cell will burst and stop the electricity to come through the cell. It becomes non-conductive. Virtually all battery cells will explode in this manner, and the battery pack will have little to no charge. God told me that whether you use a single cell or 100 of these cells to charge applies the same current limit rule. For example, 2 cells connected in series will not add the amp limit capacity by 2 times, but 1 time. The voltage limit does increase by 2 times, but not the amp limit capacity. So you have to go by what the specified charging limit the battery manufacturer says in the datasheet. God told me that Rion Company doesn't run by itself, but works for another company. It is that company that failed or ignored the charging current limit rule. But Rion knew about it. God told me that today the company is shutting down. Weped Scooter Company is in similar catastrophe as all of their high-end model SST and FS scooters come with 11 amp fast chargers, and their Samsung 50E 21700 battery packs are keep blowing up. Similar failure. God told me that people that run this company is running away. God told me that if you charge these battery packs within the nominal amp charging limit for the cell specified by the manufacturer, the batteries would last much longer. And he says the lower the better. God told me that the only lithium-ion 21700 batteries that can handle both higher amp and higher voltage charging is Samsung 40T 21700 cells. They also handle better in high rate discharging. For the new scooter buyers, please don't use the battery chargers that come with the scooter. They are almost all of the times bring stress to the batteries due to fast charging. Use a low amp charger. 1.5 amp charger if you want the battery pack to last. God told me that most batteries, despite what the battery cell datasheet claims, out there can't even handle 2 amp, except for the Samsung 40T cells, which can handle way higher. But that cells are rarely used because the scooter companies want to use cheapest batteries possible and paying very heavy price later for their failed product. The only scooter company that uses Samsung 40T cells in their race model scooter is Slack Core 920R. But that company also uses a high current battery charger around 15 amp. God told me that 15 amp charging won't destroy the Samsung 40T cells, but the life of the battery will be greatly shortened. He says 3 amp is perfect for long-lasting life. for this battery model. Just wanted to give a heads up to both scooter companies and the customers so you don't blow up your batteries. Alright, take care guys.